And we are live.
Huh?
Mother, don't you ugly motherfuckers be mocking intelligently Ratchet? We'll throw water bottles at your bitch ass.
Bang!
We-
Happening, y'all.
What's going
This
on,
is
man?
Intelligently Ratchet episode. What episode is this? don't even know no more.
175, I think.
What? All right. Oh yeah, I see it. Episode 175. We are your ratchet ass hosts. We got
Yep.
Bishop in the building.
Hoodie Bishop all day. You know what I'm saying? We got Candy Carver.
Can't be bothered.
You know what I'm saying? And her Cleopatra pose this week.
I know she is.
Like you just need a cat without a furless cat to pet.
She make me want to just say, wow.
Meow.
I was looking for something, but I ain't got it. All I got is a cello. I ain't got no cats.
You pet your cello then. Is it still? Did you
all
paint the cello though? Because it was start like that.
Yeah. It's on its way.
It's on its way. Shout out to the cello. What's going on, Rav? How you feeling, Perry? Thanks for. And you, so Candy, the only person you see in here, Rav? I mean, Perry.
Right.
You know, what I'm saying?
Y'all be talking shit to Perry. I'm nice to Perry.
I'm nice to Perry. I don't want no smoke with Perry. That'd be Bishop all the time.
Okay.
Look,
But
Perry and P9, I don't mess with neither one of them.
But to be fair, I want to smoke with everybody. So that's just one of my personality traits.
Okay.
So
but I'm the bully. But I'm the bully.
No, I'm no,
in real life.
You like to pick on people that don't want to fight you back. That's what makes you a bully. Me, I give smoke to everyone.
How am I supposed to know they don't want to fight me
you're
back?
You're bullying in real life,
fight.
Candy.
You're
this was just an internet bully.
Yeah, I'm a troller. I'm really a nice person in real life.
Okay.
Unless you get out of pocket, then he chokes her for free.
So what's up, Bishop? Is your heat off, my nigga? What's going on over there?
You know what? Nah, it's not off. I'm just in a comfortable space. I'm in a comfortable space, and you know what I'm saying? I'm what I'm looking for is my inner Sith Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going for right now. Hoodie Bishop.
I almost put on my Baby Yoda shirt today. But I was busy, so I didn't change clothes.
Oh, so you matching Harley? You would have matching Harley tonight. She got her baby Yoda pajamas on.
Yeah, that's what I would have had on if I would have been back home in time. But I won't. So that's life.
Candy picks on the type of people who sell oranges. Yes, you do.
Well, yeah. I mean, you made the choice. You make the choice to sell oranges on the corner at the interstate. Like that's not my fault.
You made this choice. That's good ass.
Choice. The citrus is really great for you. So, you're helping a whole lot of people stay healthy. I'm assuming they're organic because they're selling them on the interstate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Katie, I meant to tell you too, speaking of produce and stuff like that, I went to, not too long ago, we picked up pumpkins up from your people's spot over here off of Barbie Road. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. I'm glad.
So
that's good.
I was like, oh, when I went back there, I was like, I remember Katie telling me about this, but I didn't realize that it was all the work he had put back there because when I stayed over there,
he's done a lot.
Yeah, it's awesome back there. He's got staff.
But that's when it was his when his grandparents were running it. When his grandparents were running it in the earlier 2000s. Right. It was just a little fruit joint up at the top, and then they did a little bit down below. But yeah, he built it out, so I'm glad.
Yeah.
Where's this at again?
It's right on Barbie Road.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, the apple tree joint.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But if you go back there, he got like the dope. Yeah. You get a $20 bag or whatever. Yeah, and just put everything in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I've been going there a lot.
So, that's a new place to go, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go down and get a whole bunch of okra for no goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying? Just fill it.
I don't know what the fuck to do with okra. You put it in chili, nigga? I don't know. I've never figured out what to do with okra.
Fry okra.
I know what you, but I ain't frying. I don't fry chicken, so I don't know.
You don't fry chicken.
I don't. It's too. I don't like it fried. I don't. It's labor intensive. It makes your house smell like fried chicken. It's just not. there's not enough about fried chicken, its flavor, its taste, anything to make me want a fried chicken. Because yeah, I've fried chicken in my house maybe 3 or 4 times ever, and I've been here 11 years, 12 years. I do not fry. I am not a fried chicken gal. I don't even like buying fried chicken from most places. I'm not eating fried chicken mostly.
It's got to be Midwest niggers.
No, I just don't like. I don't like it. It's either too much batter, or it's too salty for me, and I just be irritated. It's like a waste of my palate.
So you can't cook, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
I didn't say no. You're missing. You're missing what I said. Even when I go get it other places, it's usually like too salt. Something's off, and I don't cook it enough to have like honed it in, and I don't care to because it's not a thing I want in my life much.
So have you had good fried chicken though?
A few times.
Like, there's some good ass fried chicken.
A few times. Very few times.
Okay, so let's talk about that experience, so that way we can narrow down what fried chicken you should be eating in your life when you go out there. Because I want you to enjoy fried chicken as a Negro. You know
I don't.
I want you to enjoy watermelon fried chicken and your greens, and you know what I'm saying. I want you to play your basketball and stuff.
I'll do all these things except for the fried chicken. I'll do a lot of things except for the fried chicken. I'm chilling on the fried chicken, y'all.
I love me some fried chicken.
That's fine. I know lots of y'all do.
Like, I just don't like it too greasy. When that shit just slide off when the skin just slide off, I can't do that. That's
I don't like slimy skin
slimy skin fried chicken. And then you know what I'm saying, I saw speaking of fried chicken, and I wish I had saved the picture, but somebody had fried some chicken and they didn't fry it correctly, and the chicken looked ashy as shit. Like it would look like some ashy ass. Like my man was like, "What, the chicken got eczema?" Like.
But I don't eat fried food, Raph. Raph is like air fry it. I don't air fry food because I don't fry food because I don't really eat fried food that much. So I don't see the point of having a big ass air fryer to take up space. Raph ain't never been over here before. He don't know how my shit rock. He thinks I live like Susie Homemaker, like normal women, and I'm not. I'm bigger than that. So like, it's just different. He don't know.
He don't know. Nah, he's ignorant to the fact that it's all liquor. It's all liquor and oodles and noodles at Candy's house. You know what I'm saying?
It's not actually. It's just it's liquor and paintbrushes and art shit.
Oh man.
That's all, Raph. Now talk about something, Bishop.
We talk about, you know what I'm saying, the fact that you don't like fried food. I mean, this is intriguing to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I don't know why.
Because
I don't.
Because I thought you were like a fried chicken connoisseur. Like if any one of those three was like, you know what, who eats the most fried chicken? I'm like, motherfucking Candy. You know what I'm saying?
Yuck. No, it's not my jam at all. Not really. No. Chicken wings, maybe if it's a chicken wing, and it just depends on where it's from. And if they taste too salty, I just won't eat them. No.
Gotcha.
Fried seafood, I can do that, but like, fried chicken, no.
Roasted veggies in the air fryer. Yep, absolutely. Yo, I master cooking bacon there. I once made steakums in the air fryer.
But it take up a lot of space, and again, the top of my refrigerator is covered. There's buckets of paintbrushes. I don't have no fucking room for no air fryer, and I don't want to make room for an air fryer. So that I can roast vegetables instead of in my oven. I just haven't found the value in an air fryer yet. I know it's the new Negro thing to have. I just haven't found the value in the air fryer.
Nah, I feel you can, because I don't have an air fryer either. My oven has the convection joint, which to me is the same thing, so I just use it. I don't have an air fryer either.
It actually exactly is the same thing, Justin.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but y'all have fun with them. I saw some niggas on Insecure making brownies in the air fryer. I was very confused about that. But it's because I don't understand. Yeah. You saw that shit?
You can make anything in the air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The air fryer. Right. The former grill walks so the air fryer can fly.
That sounds about like how it goes. Because I remember I got a Foreman grill for my 18th birthday from a friend of mine. It's because I was at all of her birthings.
Gotcha.
Because
But
I
I
don't know
was
why
saying,
she
yo,
had
because I
3
was talking
birthdays.
about
I don't know how she
Insecure.
had 3. I don't know how she had 3 babies by my 18th birthday, but that's what it is. Shout out to Tiffany.
Because she was fucking.
Yeah.
But I was saying, yo, because I was watching Insecure, and I really liked this episode. Because the last 2 episodes was like real dry. You could tell they were like fillers or whatever. I really didn't enjoy them, but this episode I thought was much better. It was pretty good.
Why?
The storyline to it, I just liked it better. How everything was going. The other 2 was just boring.
You can't give us no information about the shit.
Have you watched it?
Tell us nothing.
Or we having dialogue?
Yeah.
Okay.
We having dialogue. I've watched it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Stop being combative, Candy.
So
you're being combative. Stop it. You are whatever you would listen. Candy, make me big, Justin. Look at me. Look at me.
This nigga said make me big.
Look at me, Candy.
With the tortoise glasses said make me big.
You're gonna stop it, Candy. Okay, you're not gonna be combative on this episode. Okay,
I'm not even loud.
You don't have to be loud to be combative. You are picking on. Leave Justin alone. Justin is trying to be his best, to be well adjusted, and he's, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. And you are picking with him. You will not do that.
Watching TV, I don't be knowing nothing. I know that.
Right.
But, anyway. So
stop messing with
I'm still on a good run. No social media. I ain't doing no TV like that.
Have you talked to us about that? Okay, that's a fun topic.
Let's talk about that. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Cut off.
Let's see how this goes.
That wasn't me.
Yeah,
nobody pressed the button. I promise you.
It's just the universe. It's the universe going the way it is. Candy, if you hear us, we cannot hear or see you. So you need to log out, log back in.
Log back in. Oh my goodness, yo. That's what she get for being combative, yo. Like, yo, stop. Why would you tell us about it? What are you doing? I don't like chicken. That's what it is. It's a fried chicken, guys, and they like that shit.
I don't care. No, it's just been doing that. It did that a couple of weeks ago too, but it never does it. Like it's shut off, and I don't know why. And it's plugged in, but it doesn't. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It don't do that no other time.
So back to the social media cleanse there, Justin. Why did you do it?
And are you using vinegar?
Cranberry juice too, yeah.
With a little ginger.
Put it in 2 tablespoons in your bath water.
Right. It started like in October, and I knew that November was coming. You know, they normally do like the no shave November, no fat November, whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna do a no social media November.
Okay.
And I was like, why wait till November? Start now. So it was like sometime in October, and I just I disabled all my notifications, and I just hid the apps so I can't use them or whatever. And so that's that. And then I got through November. I was like, I'm just keep going to the end of the year. Like, right. It's cool.
And have you had any interesting revelations or transitions or like epiphanies around
I have realized how much time I've spent on social media, and it has caused me to be a lot more productive in other things that I wanted to do throughout the day, like listening to audiobooks or actually sitting and taking. I got 10 minutes. Okay, let me read a couple pages in this book that I got on my phone. But also made me see how often I use my phone too. But now I'm just using it for, just like I said, I read a lot more. I'm listening to my audiobooks, just getting a little bit more things done. I can focus more on work and building a business, or, the extra little bit of time that I'm actually engaged in conversation with someone as opposed to talking to them and then looking down at my phone. And then that also allowed me to notice how often people are doing that when we're talking as well. It's like, wow, like you're really on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then like with my phone, they'll tell me it's like, oh, your screen activity is down, X amount of percent or X amount of hours. I was like, dang, I spent that much time on the phone. Like, okay, let me start doing that. So it's been cool for me. You know what I'm saying? Like people will send me certain things and it's like unless I can watch it in the text thread or whatever, TikTok allows me to do it. I hit it one time for Instagram, and once I saw that Instagram doesn't allow me to do it, then I'm like, okay, any IG post I'm not gonna look at. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I can't look at it. You know, I ain't on IG right now.
Yeah.
And what else have I seen? Like how I communicate with people, because I've had a lot of people that have hit me up, have been sending me things on through like Facebook Messenger, which I really only will go on for the purpose of making sure, you know, our group chat and you know, people are hitting me up on there, and I'm like not checking the messages, and then like DMs and stuff on Instagram, and they're like, "Yo, where you been?" And I ain't talked to you, I ain't seen nothing.
Right.
So it's all right, cool, you know.
Because people think you die once you don't be on social media for a while. They're
Yeah.
like, yo, is this
Like, you
nigga dead? Is he gone? Like, this
Yeah, like,
like,
yo, are you good? And I'm like,
good? Did you get locked up? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, but then some of the people, I'm like, you also got my number.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy too. That's crazy too. Well, people won't text you, but they'll inbox you all day.
Yeah, they'll DM
but will you text you? Are you better at texting back now though? If people call or text you?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was just curious. Like, I know a good friend of mine got off of social media a few years ago, and he said some same things. He also commented on how it warped his view of women and people, and he did not realize like how it warped what he thought people looked like.
Okay.
He mentioned, and so like if something happens or some shit on social media that I want him to see, I'll just screenshot it and send it. Right. I think there's 2 or 3 of us in our friend circle where that know that he not on there, but we know that sometimes there's something we want him to see. Like when Kanye was doing the Donda joints in Atlanta, he a big Kanye fan, and so I remember trying to like send screenshots to like the video of the nigga dropping out the sky. So yeah, I was curious because I've seen, you know, a couple of people come to some better understandings about how they spend their time, like how they actually were interacting with other people, the whole engaging, like what like actual engagement looks like in a space of humans. I get I get my people roll their eyes at me a lot because I'd be like, we all came to in this room to sit together to all scroll. I don't
right.
That we not gonna look at each other. I've always been the like naggy lady in the room.
Well, no, it's like, because you're right. It's like, you know, if people forgot how to interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? I come from a place where when we didn't have cell phones. You know what I'm saying? I was already a man when cell phones came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was 19, 20 years old when I had my first cell phone. So, you know what I'm saying? I never grew up with one. And let's not talk about social media, because social media didn't give you a cell phone until shit. I was damn near 30. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? So, but, you almost dropped that. My wife is home. She just came back from out here saving children and shit like that. So,
that's what's up.
You know what I mean?
Saving children. Niggas saving children.
Out here saving children. But you know what I'm saying? One thing I don't like though is the people. I like what Just did. Just got off social media, right? He was like,
I ain't making no announcement.
Yeah, I hate the announcement. I'm about to take a break from social media, y'all.
I ain't gotta tell y'all.
I'm about to take a break. Y'all be back. Like,
Right.
no, just shut the. We don't care. We wouldn't have noticed you were gone until we wanted to message you. Until we added.
And if we notice, and you matter to us, and I matter to you, I know how to find you if I need you. Like if the only way you could get to me is fucking Facebook, you ain't my people, and it doesn't matter.
Right. And then at the same time, also, so capturing moments. So, like, I'll still take pictures of certain things, but I'm not like. Oh, I gotta post this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I do it, everything I post now is gonna be, you know, months behind. So you're gonna be like, oh dang, he in Costa Rica? Nah, or he was nah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Right.
But it made me also think about like how, like I said, just how much we looking everything from the phone. Like I'm at shows, I'm looking at stuff. I ain't even looking. I'm not even looking to take a picture to post. It's like, okay, I like this. This is a great moment. Boom, I'm capturing it, and then I'm back to just looking at whatever the heck I was looking at. You know what I'm saying?
So, are you more observant of like the guy at the concert who's like taking a 27 fucking minute video?
Yeah. Like I say, you see that all the time, and it's like, so everything's in your face now. Everyone else's phones is in their face. It's just like, nah. Like I'm just.
Like, I never got that. Like, yo, when you coming out to a concert, don't look at the. You know what I'm saying? Why are you looking through your phone screen? You know what I'm saying? I understand doing a short clip. Like, yo, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come out. You know what I mean? And I do it all for promotion. Like, yo, to bring another 5 or 6 people in the door. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. But
I got a 3-minute rule.
Right. See,
I got a 3-minute rule. That's whether it be video, photos. There's a 3-minute like cap on. If I am at a performance, there's a 3-minute cap on how much time I want to record. No, I mean like I want to recording. I'm not gonna sit with my fucking phone screen up.
Right.
Like I got a 3-minute rule. We done there.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, like okay, I went to go see Busta Rhymes perform. Right. And it was like I watched the whole joint, but for me, it was like, you know what? When he do the look at me now joint, I know he gonna do it live and everything. Like, all right, record that. Right. That's my joint. Boom. That I got that verse. Okay, so now I can be like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. But other than that, I'm watching the whole joint in my face.
Like enjoy your fucking self. Like bumping to other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you come to shows, whatever. Because I'm bad about that. Even like hosting and stuff like that. Like I'm like, yo, I'm coming out here. I'll take the obligatory DJ picture. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all, I'm more about getting on stage and spazzing the fuck out than I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me take the picture with my people. Like, you know, in this right here, I like we get our photo ops and everything like that. Right. I'm one of the people that I use social media because some people take social media very seriously. And I think I'm on the opposite end of social media when it comes down to that. I take nothing I post. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it may have some serious tint into it, but I don't take it to that extreme. Like social media, what's being said about me or on social media is going to ruin my day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I get a bad review on social media, F Bishop Omega, that's not going to ruin my day. Right. Because at the end of the day, I have to ask myself, is this person going to say this to my face? You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm more of a positive jokester on social media anyway, because I do the Bishop. I'm not really Kareem on social media. I'm Bishop Omega on social media. Yeah. So it's like that's kind of, you know what I mean, where I'm at with it. Okay, I have a funny joke. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this shit on there and not spell check it, and then have Keish and Candy break it down on you know what I'm saying, on that shit. But yeah, I don't know. So I understand people taking breaks on social media and everything like that, and I just don't like the people that like, hey, look at me. I'm taking a break from social media. This shit is too tiring. Right. And it's unpopular.
I'm always interested in that. That's why I was curious about him, because I'm always interested in the people who speak about how, Facebook and social media and all this is draining, it's terrible, and it's I was like, well, you know this. I was like, well, you know that the one person that has control over that is you. Like I'm in like if I don't there are hide buttons, right? There's unfollow buttons. Like I blocked my mama because she can't handle social media, and I know that. So my mama was blocked from my Facebook, and it doesn't mean I don't love her, right? And there are some people, I have family members who I'm not interested in the weird things that they constantly post or their sadness. That you know what I mean. Yeah, I hate to. There's a hide button, so I don't see any of their posts. It's all fixable and adjustable. So if there's a thing that you're allowing to affect your mood, right, and that's your reason, you're probably gonna feel like that in the outside world too. It's not gonna change just because you push like hide my thing. Now, I'm not saying that's not me. That's something different than what Justin's doing. Let me be clear. Like, it doesn't sound like Justin took a different clarity space and like it functioned from a different perspective than that. But yeah, the people who are all like, it's bad. I had to get off there. I had to get off there because it's so negative. I was like, is it is it positive? Is it possible that the people in your life are just negative people?
Right, and that's
Negative people.
that's the information that you're. I mean, because they, you start learning more about the algorithms and stuff like. If they're gonna see like, okay, you're scrolling past this post, and this post, but you stayed on your screen for 5 seconds on this particular post. That means this is more engaging to you. So we're going to continue to show you either more posts from this person or more posts like this. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you get some of that too. Like I said, for me, it was just more so of my time. Like I started realizing like I wake up in the morning and then I'm reaching for my phone to see what's on Instagram and Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I try to do too.
So now I'm like, damn, I'm like taking the time to just breathe. Like, thank you, God, I'm awake. You know what I'm saying? Right. All right, let me sit here a little bit longer, contemplate. I can get up and stretch. Like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way now, just too. I try not to look at my phone in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get the babies ready to go to school and all that stuff. So that's like, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to like, you know what? Let me not let me check the time. Let me go ahead and get with them. Go ahead and make their breakfast, all that stuff, and get them dressed, changed, and all that in these coats. Wipe these noses, brush these teeth. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get in the car, I'll go to YouTube and I'll look at something like the infograph joint.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, or Knot's, whatever it's called in a nutshell, but it's like in German or whatever. But you know, so I watch some of those joints, you know what I mean, just to get something going on, or we'll look at John Solo, like the messed up origins of like Disney characters and all that stuff. So something entertaining that, you know what I'm saying, that when I'm taking Cadence to school, she could listen to, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll have the twins listen to cussing ass rap music, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's some podcasts I'm gonna send to you. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, like kid specific like podcasts, and it'd be joints like, you know, what's the difference between a squid and an octopus, and it'd just be a podcast just about that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or like short story joints or whatever. Like it is crazy. So I used to do that all the time with the boys, like the history of a sandwich, and you know they had like voiceover characters, you know, Earl of Sandwich or some, you know, whatever, and just talking about, you know, that he's like, okay, that's how sandwich came. All right, cool, whatever. So yeah, those joints are cool too. But yeah, like I said, it just really was just like, all right, I seen how much time I really spent on my phone, and I'm always looking, you know, talking to my kids anyway. As soon as we're in the car, they're in their phone, they're looking down. I'm like, yo, look out the window. That's the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because I remember those times being a young boy, and like all you had to do was look out the window.
And be bored as hell on the joint. Like, true story, we was going through DC. Me and my pops rode to DC, and it had snowed in DC or whatever. So I was probably like maybe 16, and just me and him on a roll or whatever, for whatever reason. So he took a no-dose. I'm his co-pilot. I was like, yeah, let me just take a no-dose. We had been running so slow on this road. I was like, yo, I could jump out this car and run beside it. Like, that's what happens when you know what I'm saying, when you super bored. Like, you know what I'm saying, you listen to
counting the stripes,
right?
Craziness. You know what
or try to do what I used to do is this right here. I used to try to do the whole alphabet off of people's first letters in their license plates.
Oh, okay.
So I would try to go, you know what I'm saying,
from
A to Z,
got you.
You know what I'm saying, or do a whole count or something like that. So that was entertaining for a while, but then after about 15 minutes of that, it's like. So these kids got it good. Speaking of kids that's got it good, the number one high school recruit cornerback, Travis Hunter, is no longer going to Florida State. He what was it? Not decommissioned, but he de-enrolled at Florida State to go to Jackson State University. That's the joint that Deion Sanders is coaching at. To play there, and it's HBCU. So
that's dope.
People are in a motherfucking uproar, boy, about this. Like, one dude had the FSU Deion Sanders joint in a his signed jersey in a frame. He burnt it, man.
Dang.
Like, really? Why? I'm like, I mean, if Florida State had won it, like Dion, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Dion did go to Florida State to try to get a coach.
He did for sure.
Decommitted. That's right. Thank you. Decommitted.
I forgot I was in public.
Yeah. What
where homeboy from? He from down here?
Nah. Where's homeboy from? Hey, Perry, where is he from? Because I know Perry can fact check that. But yeah, he made a show out of it. He threw the shit like his.
He did. It was
like,
mad disrespectful. It was mad disrespectful. If you won't, I'm not even sure if people were, which part people were so, because they're like, people's responses let you know why we still need HBCUs, and that may be correct. However, also, like he didn't. It wasn't a like respectful thing. The nigga like flung shit. You seen it? He flung that shit
out. He was like, "This the hat? Nah, mama, give me the hat. Give me the hat, mama." And
I don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about a spotlight, Daniel. I give a fuck about HBCUs getting funded.
Right.
Like,
so,
fuck a spotlight. Give us the loot. Give us the loot.
Right. So you're saying the player did this, or it was just another fan?
No, so the Travis, when he decommitted from Florida State, he switched over to Jackson. Say he made a whole to do about it. The fan got mad and was like, "Yo, burned his Deion Sanders jersey." Like, that's recruiting. Like, B, first of all, that Deion Sanders is fucking Hall of Famer. Like, B, sell that shit if you don't want to at least get your money back. You know what I'm saying? He was like, Deion Sanders was my favorite player. That shit has nothing to do. Deion Sanders had nothing to do with that kid did. He has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? About him being, he got recruited, but kind of like Raph said, if you're a cornerback, where do you want to go learn how to be cornerback at? Florida State?
Or the best cornerback in the league.
The best cornerback in the league. Shut down. Like, it's like him and Darrell Revis. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? You go to those cats. So I mean,
plus now we know.
What's that? Come on.
Plus now we know that because we know that college athletes now can utilize their likeness to make money. There's a secondary way for them to have notoriety to get them into the league, right? So they no longer have to be reliant on like the fame or reputation of the big schools necessarily, right? I can't remember what episode, but I think it was an All the Smoke episode where they was talking about it. Was All the Smoke? No, I ain't. Oh, football. And never mind. I'll figure it out.
I definitely get what you're saying, because but at the same time, this is the best player.
I'll be watching them both.
Right. It's like sometimes you see in a lot of ways. A lot of times you'll see like kids in basketball. They'll get recruited to like different Catholic schools or prep schools, or you know what I'm saying, because they're gonna be a shutdown player in that whole thing. So it's like they really gonna stand out now. You know what I'm saying? And so you got the best, high school player in the league, and he's like, all right, one, he going to HBCU, which I love. You know what I'm saying? Right. It will, like I said, bring some spotlight, some attention, which hopefully could bring some more funding, because people will start watching the games, attending games, supporting HBCUs, as more athletes, student athletes continue to do that. I think it's a process. But at the same time, early on, you're going to get a lot more players. It's like, all right, I could possibly stand out a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, for my highlights to even further my career, you know what I'm saying, going into the NFL. So, but then as more students start to do it, guess what? The level of competition continues to raise.
That's right.
On an equal plane. So
that's why I'm interested in what happened with Master P. With Master P and his son. I haven't gotten to dig in. I've been out of town and like trying to get reacclimated getting back here. But like I'm interested in what happened with Master P and his son leaving the HBCU, because he said that they didn't have enough resources. And I've heard that the backlash and the people who commented on it would say things like, well, you got enough money, time, and resource. You could, if it mattered, you can help them. Yes. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tried. Like, but we know that unfortunately HBCUs have been traditionally underfunded, and because they've been traditionally underfunded, they don't have the infrastructure in place always to manage larger larger amounts of money. They don't know what to do, and so sometimes they'll be like, nah, just because they don't have the resource or person or knowledge base to figure out how to adjust for it, right? And so it sounds good in theory, but I'm just really curious about what that looks like and what the scale up is what the successful scale up of HBCUs in sports is gonna look like. And like our whole like the overall scale up of our athletic departments, right? Because that's what it is. It's not just the fucking football team or just the basketball team. It's the overhaul of our athletic departments.
Right.
And,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you got one part, let's just say a Master P, and he wants to donate, let's just say put out the number of $1 million. All right. So yeah, that one time that this one person donates this $1 million could possibly be like, all right, this is going to give the students better gym equipment. You know what I'm saying? But they still gotta, perform better. You know what I'm saying? Not just at the gym doing for training, but also in these games. But then when you have, not just the one giving the 1 or 2 million, and then you have, the alumni, all the boosters or whatever, and now they're constantly giving, $1 million a year. So now that one is turning into 10 to 12 to 40. Now
it's consistent, dependable,
and it's consistently every year, not just one time. You know what I'm saying?
You can increase your staff, and then the staff that can manage those things. It's all like there's a structure to it all. It's not just like, well, Master P got $15 million to give him, and he gave it to him. That you can't like what's it Mackenzie Phillips gave someone which is HBCU some money. It doesn't work. It's not that simple, right? There's more to it than that. So I'm interested to see how all this is gonna go and adjust and change over the next, I'll say decade. Like, I think it's going to take some time for functional, long-lasting transition to occur. But I'm interested to see where we at in like 2030 with this.
I mean, and it's like this. It's like I was thinking today, like if this would have happened 20 years ago, right? 30 years ago, if all your major Hall of Famers went to the HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Like if your Michael Jordan decided to go to Central, you know what I'm saying? If your Charles Barkley decided to go wherever he went to, I think Alabama is still an HBCU. I think the state is an HBCU state. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole damn state.
What? Oh, Nick, you leaving letters out on purpose?
I got it.
Historically black state.
That is a okay, but yeah.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like one of those things where like, this could raise up the talent level, and then like you said, because if you could hoop, and you know what I'm saying, like Ben Wallace has shown it, if you got the talent to be there, you'll get there. You'll get there. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, the 3-point line is the same 3-point line for everybody. The basket is 10 feet high, you know what I'm saying? And if you obliterate the competition, fine, you shine a little bit more. But then when you get up, because there's a bunch of people that went to D1 schools and went to Ivory Tower Tech, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And was like, oh shit, you the best guy, you the best guy here, go to the NBA draft and be a bust. And it's the cat that came from Norfolk State, undrafted, you know what I'm saying? He just got out of jail 3 weeks ago, and you know what I'm saying? He just set fire to his motherfucking favorite point guard.
Sound about right.
So, but yeah, I think more student athletes should also like look at HBCUs. Like, can I be the starting quarterback here, or I gotta be like, especially when you're a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since it's a D1, and there are D1 HBCUs.
What
are you doing?
But what's up, wife? Not to stay on the sports, but since you was talking about 3-point line, shout out to Steph Curry for breaking the record.
He did.
Yeah.
Did you see? He did.
That was the best. That was so fucking beautiful.
Three-pointers,
Yesterday was just so beautiful.
Most career all-time career 3-pointers. So it was dope. I saw the highlight low clip of that, and Ray Allen was there, and Reggie Miller was there. So Reggie Miller had the record, then Ray Allen broke the record, and now Stephanie was all there. Did like the little jersey swaps, and then they made a custom jersey for him, and presented that to him. It was cool. And then they continued on with the game because he broke the record like right at the beginning of the game or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
I'm
glad they had it set that
I
way.
can't wait to see what his record's gonna look like. I mean, 10 years in, what I'm saying, he's almost got like 3,000 threes, and so
damn, step in the league for 10 years. He still
he got drafted in 2009.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's see if he can, get to 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? And the way he's shooting this year,
he's on a special level of shooting.
Yeah.
Like,
y'all, it was just happy black people all over the internet. A happy black man all over the internet yesterday because it was like it was Steph Curry and all of them hugging and happy. Tiger Woods was hype about looking at video of his son play golf because they have similar mannerisms. JR was hype about his 4.0 grade point average.
Shout out to JR for the 4.0 with his high ass. That's what I'm saying. Weed is good for something.
It was everywhere. It's just a bunch of happy ass black men. I was excited. It made me feel happy. Felt good. It was nice. That's all I have to say about that. I'm gonna be quiet again.
Nah, yeah, Perry. He did say 2009. You know what I mean? Don't fact check my homeboy Just. You know what I'm saying? Just had it. He had it 100%. You know what I'm saying?
I was right this time. You know what I'm saying?
He was right this time. You know what I'm saying? Let him have. You don't have much. Let him have his victories.
Let me
do
the Max B joint. Let me. Shout out to Perry. Thank you, Perry, for fact checking. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You tape on Tuesdays.
That's right.
Yo, so what do we think about, like, speaking of, like, you know what I'm saying, black people being happy and stuff like that? Shout out to Kanye, and because this never happens to us on the East Coast, right? We're kind of spoiled. Everything runs on Eastern Standard Time, right? Mm-hmm. We're always the guys.
Yo, oh my God, I wasn't prepared. I was up so fucking late, y'all. Oh, holy shit, y'all.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, oh my God.
That shit did not get started until what?
11.
Yesterday.
Say what?
I didn't watch it till yesterday. I don't know.
You look, and just hit us up. He was like, "Hey, y'all know Kanye West and Drake is having a concert?" I'm thinking we all up at the same time. I'm thinking, like,
I'm watching Hawkeye. Like, I got a couple of people like I watch Hawkeye with like every week, and so I was watching Hawkeye. I was like, "Yo, wait." Turned off went on the Amazon. I don't even remember why I went on Amazon. I was like, "Hey, you know that the Kanye shit is
right?"
No, they're like, "All right," and put it on, and it was like, "Okay," because I just got back from Atlanta, and I remember being in the car on the radio and them talking about they were doing live streaming, like they was at the club and they was going to stream the shit at the club on a big screen, and I was like, "This is weird." I didn't know it was going to be on Amazon, and so I was looking. And I was like, for the first half an hour, it was kind of just like B-roll of people sitting down. I was like, all right. And I said, is this shit really happening? And so I Googled. I was like, no, nigga, we really doing this. Y'all, so are y'all familiar with Larry Hoover at all? Coastal people aren't familiar with like Gangsta Disciples.
Yeah, I'm about to say he had GDs. He created GDs.
Right. So like that's my familiarity as a kid from like 13 of Larry Hoover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm not saying that I also understand that gangs were organizations that did good things in their communities. They weren't just disruptive.
Right.
And I understand the transitional point to when they took all of the lieutenants and the heads and put them niggas in jail and left all these young men and women to figure it out that needed the guidance that didn't have it any longer. I just thought all of that was it's really interesting. I have to sit and remember and process that he did other things because I hear Larry Hoover, I think folks. I don't think folks, GD folks.
Right.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna try to code.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We understand gang
Talk, Candy.
Well, I feel like I'm speaking another language and it doesn't make sense.
We're listening.
Because okay.
We understand. You know, what I mean, we've met GD, your Gangster Disciples folks. You know what I'm saying? I've heard of those gangs.
It's like because you may be a affiliate. Well, because coastal people don't know things sometimes. I've had these constant experiences where like East Coast people aren't the middle of the country is foreign.
Mm-hmm.
That's just New York niggas. New York niggas only care about people from New York. Like you, everywhere else, we pretty like, all right, we can mix and mingle. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you've been dealing with cats from Jersey, New York, and Connecticut.
That's a possibility.
They're like, word, it's a California? You know, they just call it LA, like it's just LA, the whole everything.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm from Indiana. Like, oh, you from Ohio? No. Oh, Illinois? Fuck you. It happens I remember it used to happen all the time when I was a kid when I came to visit here. So like either way, it's just I have to remind myself that we are now in this space where we are choosing to talk about Larry Hoover as a social community activist, not like the person who like started the Gangster Disciples. And it's I will be honest, it is a challenge for me to process. However, I do not believe that Black man deserves to still be in prison. So if this is a space where we get to remove him from incarceration and give him his freedom, that's really all I care about. Like I don't care about the other stuff.
And it's like this, and really a lot of them got locked up, murdered, assassinated off of pure fear of them doing well and Black folks at the time moving forward. It's like this because I always say when people gangs, this and third. I like to ask this question. When have you, with all this fear and everything, like, when have you heard of a group of Black folks going to a white neighborhood and slaughtering the whole white neighborhood? I'll wait. I will wait for the time that a group of Black people went to Utah and start wreaking havoc and burning down and killing children. I have never seen a Black
Stop.
Huh? a group of Black people, the Black Panthers, go into a nice, you know what I'm saying, affluent neighborhood and hang a dude for looking at a Black woman wrong. I've never seen these terrible things happen. But yet,
Nat Turner did. Let me stop.
Well, that was because they provoked that motherfucker.
I'm just playing.
Right. Now,
to all my woke people, I'm just playing.
Now, what I'm saying is like this: if we had more Nat Turners, then I could see, like, okay, it's 5 or 6 Nat Turners running down here. They fucking us up a little bit. Let's go and chill out. But for the most part, one off Nat Turner, you know what I'm saying? Versus hooded guys on a horse coming to your little farmstead and terrorizing, you know, your joint, your people. So never had that happen. So get these people out of jail. Stop assassinating our leaders. We ain't doing it. We only 13% of the population. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to say. I think we're more than 13% of the population. Like,
so did like all the proceeds from that concert go to his thing, or like
you know how that goes? A portion of the proceeds are definitely going toward the actions and resources necessary to get him out of prison. Okay. So yes, gotcha. They also have merch. You can pre-order them. You can pre-order the merch on Amazon. It's like the hoodies are like $200.
That's why I was like, it's gonna be on that Yeezy shit. I knew
it was too. I knew it was gonna be too. When I seen him with it on, I was like, there's gonna be so many bootleg free Hoover jeans.
Right. Like, let's talk about that. What the hell was going on with his boots?
Yo, those boots.
I'm not
the bootiest boots.
I'm not talking about it. Those are space boots. They're future boots.
Yeah, the Mega Man.
Going to the moon.
Them shits were the
You
Mega
didn't
Man 5s.
But y'all didn't understand like that was supposed to be like the top of the moon or the top of the earth or
I
something. They
got
was
it. I just
on top of
didn't
the
like 'em.
world.
I just didn't like
Okay.
them.
I got it. Okay.
I didn't like them.
You know what it looked like to me though?
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? It looked like a crack cookie. You know what I'm saying? Like
It didn't. No, it didn't. It was beautiful. It was beautiful art, nigga. It did not look like a crack cookie. Keep eating your food.
It did look like a crack
keep
cookie.
eating your fucking food. It was beautifully done. I was watching it with a
beautiful
friend of
crack
mine.
cookie?
What was beautifully done? The stage?
The stage design, like you know what it takes to make all of that what's it called, the smoke. It was coming from different directions, and so they had to build out the little pieces. No,
Listen,
what?
Candy. Listen, the nigga looked like he was rapping on mashed potatoes.
No, it was beautifully done. Sorry.
It wasn't. No, it was not.
Great,
It was
beautiful.
It was a smoky
No,
mess.
I get
there's a lot of
from
production. There's a whole lot of production.
Right. Oh yeah, I get all that. You know, he had a dude on the camera and all. Like he did all the lights were blue when normally he does like a red type thing. So like I got it all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it wasn't. It was just beautiful. I can't appreciate it that much. That's just me. But I get it. I respect it. I respect it.
Now, I thought that Kanye was going rogue when that nigga started singing Drake songs, and I got uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like, I was uncomfortable. Like I was watching Jeezy and Gucci Mane again, and I was like, "What the fuck is gonna happen?"
Yeah, when he did.
Is this nigga going rogue? Is he going off script? What's happening?
Right, because I actually started fast forwarding through a lot of it, and when I heard him doing the Find Your Love and Trend, I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, did he do a joint like this? I was like, I'm in my head like thinking like, did he do this on one of his albums I really ain't listened to? And Drake just took it. I was like, or is he really doing Drake's song? I was like, oh shoot. And then they like cut to Drake and he's on the ground, like, you know, singing his shit or whatever.
I was like, oh, this is nervous.
I was like, okay.
Be safe. We safe. Like, be safe.
So
this is weird. This is weird.
And what they say in like a couple years?
Mm-hmm.
It says like 5 years. It's been like 5 years since he performed or something like that.
Can I say this right here? Kanye rocked the shit out. Like as far as the whole boots, and the very tight pants, and him rapping on a crack cookie.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he rocked the shit out that show, like not performing for 5 years,
right?
That's a level of performance that you want to do, because what he was doing was this right here. He was giving you the good parts of the song, switching it right there. He wasn't draining the crowd. Let me give you a verse and a hook. Let me get through all this shit because I know what y'all here for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know what you want to hear.
It was dope. He performed well. He moved around the stage. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a huge ass stage. Not to have anything but him on that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a performer, you know what I mean? He played the whole stage.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the fact that he played the whole stage. He moved around, everything. He was looking, you know, like because some people like, what you'll be like that and like be sitting on the side and all they do is like stay to the front. You be like, dang, come over to the side, like,
right?
Like, but you know, that was cool. So I did like that, and yeah, I even appreciated the fact like a couple times he was like, you know, hey, stop, hey, run this back, let's do it over. And like we always do it, like it's like okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess like the perfection, but also like the work in progress. Like, I want to do it like this. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I thought that was cool. But I thought the Drake part was very lackluster. You know, I didn't know what to expect, but I was like, okay, I'm expecting Drake to perform,
right?
And outside of like him when he got on stage with Kanye, and you know when he did the "Can't Tell Me Nothing,"
right?
And then that one song they had, the Eminem joint, I was like, all right. But looking at like their movements and their mannerisms and how I was like, they're very much alike. Like very, very much alike. So
I like what it was. You know what I would have liked though? since it was so big, I would like to have a little bit more special guests. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I was waiting. And I'm like, okay,
this ain't Bone Thugs and Harmony, and this ain't Versus.
Nah, they ain't doing the verses. I'm saying he did a couple songs that could have been some features, and he'd have bought those people out just to do that one part, and then they would bounce. Like, all right, cool.
For Jeezy just to be like, ha ha, right?
Right.
No, Pusha T could have came out.
That's what I'm saying. Pusha T on the
I understand.
That
I understand what you're saying.
Or he did a couple songs.
Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy and they have a toast for the douchebags. Like, I like that song. Yeah. And I was like, all right. I thought, like I said, I thought Drake was actually gonna do at least one song. You know what I'm saying? By himself, but you know.
He said, "This my household."
Yeah,
he was a special guest. Drake was a special guest.
He was the guest. He just brought them on. They kind of like dapped each other up and walked off. And I was just like, all right.
Going over there and sing my songs, little boy. Sing my songs, little boy. And Drake was like, okay, I'm a nice guy. I'm just gonna like this. Great. Okay. Bye.
Fonte, he said Fonte's son grew up to be Kanye West. Little Fonte.
Yeah.
Lil Fonte is in Color Purple though, so that's
I fast forward through a lot of it just because I was like, all right, I just want to see clips. Like,
y'all think I be talking? Y'all be thinking I'm crazy and I be talking. I just listen to a lot of things. So we gotta watch Color Purple one day and find Fonte in Color Purple. He's in Color Purple.
Burb is.
I'm serious.
Not Burb is too. Michael Burb.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He's one of the badass kids in Color Purple. Michael Burb.
Fonte's I think might be one of the bad. They might be together. Wouldn't it be funny if they're together? Yeah, this Fonte's in there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna go rogue, so y'all gotta keep focused. Talk about some different things before I talk about the thing I've been doing all day.
Talk about what you've been doing. Go ahead, get it out.
Because you got to wrap up anyway. What's up? Talk to
us. So Nas has been doing a couple of different events. Like there's a documentary and a podcast around the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And so he's got there's a documentary that just dropped about Video Music Box on Showtime. There's some performances. I haven't figured out what the structure is or whatever it's going on exactly with them yet, but there are performances as well that have been happening. And then there's also a podcast that he's been doing. And so, I love a Jeezy, but Jeezy can't podcast. He does not need to host a podcast. He's just not, it's just not a good structure for him and his interactions. It's just not a good place for him. However, Nasir Jones is an awesome fucking co-host of a podcast. The initial episode, I think, was with him and Jungle, which was really interesting. And then I listened to there's one with Mary. I listened to it maybe a couple weeks ago. Today I listened to the one with DJ Jazzy Jeff. Pardon my brain fart. So there was come on, nigga. I'm calling myself a nigga. Y'all don't mind me. I want to tell you what the name of the show, the podcast is. The Bridge, 50 Years of Hip Hop. That's the name of the show. And so I want to show me the motherfucking episodes. DJ Jazzy Jeff, Juicy J, and Jeezy is what I listened to today. There's a couple of other episodes, but they've been really interesting. And Juicy J was UGK's DJ.
Wow.
Then who else was it? DJ Jazzy Jeff. The name came from because his daddy was Count Basie's MC. Now, you remember old school, the MC that introduces you?
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy Jeff's dad was Count Basie's MC. So in their house, they had constant music and jazz. His name came from the shit that he was exposed to as a child. So it's really interesting how it all ties together, and like it's a beautiful like long ass winding ribbon of hip hop that makes or awesome story. And if you're looking for something to dig into and listen to, so far, how many episodes they got? So far there are 7 episodes. The Jeezy one dropped yesterday, and even that one's interesting too. They're about what 40 minutes, 30-40 minutes long, I think.
Oh, so they're pretty easy to knock out.
Unlike that Alicia Keys interview, which was really good. It was a good interview. I just wasn't. I get excited for 2 hour and 47-minute interviews. That means I ain't got to make no choices for 3 hours. I love it. But yeah, that's all I do, y'all.
Have you watched the Charlemagne and Travis Scott?
Yeah.
How was that? Because I've been wanting to, try and set some time to actually watch it. How was that?
So, all right. Travis Scott won't say nothing, and it was annoying. He's like, he came out like he wanted to say something.
Mm-hmm.
But he just kept saying things like, I just want to be there for them. I want to know I'm there for them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, and saying we need talking around the situation. Like there are problems, and I hope that I can help us come to figure out how to solve these problems and these issues. And so that this kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore. We know it happens sometimes, but we don't want it to happen anymore. He talked about like what it's like to be on a stage and there be 50,000 people be in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you on a crazy kind of high, minus drugs. You're just on a crazy ass high. Like you can't hear anything, right? And you have to learn to like funnel out all of the people moving and things going on to focus on your show. So as much as from a viewer's perspective or someone who's not the performer, you don't see as much as you think you see. They talked about how they performed for another 40 minutes after they were told that they needed to cut the show off. He said, I didn't know nothing about that. He said we had a feature, and they said that once the feature was off, we were into the show. He said, I didn't know that meant that was 40 more minutes, right? Like I didn't know.
Right.
So some of those kind of things, but it just
a lot of that's probably like legal stuff. So he has to talk around.
I mean, I'm sure
because certain things may be interpreted as accepting ownership or guilt, or you know what I'm saying, whatever.
I understood, but I'm fine. But then don't do it. Don't do it. If that's the case, I'm fine with you not doing it.
Right.
Just don't do it.
But again, Katie, you made a very valid point. You know what I'm saying? Like people that have never been on stage and had to look out in front of people. Like I think that, you could be in a room of 80 people and still miss everything that's going on, depending on how the lights are shining in your face. Because a lot of times when you're on stage, there is a wall,
the glare, of
blackness.
Yep.
It's like you'll see the first row of people, and they all look like how Candy look right now. They're bluish, whatever the lights are. And then right behind Candy, it's all
black. And then you could probably see like further in the back, depending on the light, on how you move or whatever. Right. Me being on stage with y'all for Article, that shit was crazy because that shit was packed. Only thing I saw was that fight. Shout out to Keish. But
that was at the Black Wall Street versus
Black Wall Street joint. But it's still at the same spot.
It was still
My bad.
You were there too. You were there too. I was there. I was there tonight.
Yeah, I was on stage with them. And then having done the article when we was at the Armory, you know what I'm saying, with Judge Blaze and Knife Wonder and all that, and you're like, same thing. Like you just see a sea of people. You can't tell every single thing that's going on.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're performing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different from like if a person's there that's doing security. I mean, they have a lot of time to like scan and see stuff that's going on. But when you're performing, you're just going. You're seeing everything. You're taking all of that in. So yeah, I get from what Travis Scott was saying. I was talking to somebody about that before because it was like, well, why couldn't he just stop the show? Like it's 30,000 people. You can't see it.
I don't know the difference between a mosh pit and a fucking and someone getting beat up. Really, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And think about it. People faint. He said like people faint all the time.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
But you don't assume that the fainted people are dead people.
Right. So
and after the sixth time you get all anxious about it. Like after the say you perform 15 shows, right? And 6 of those 15 shows someone passes out, and that's your first 15 shows, right? After a while you start to realize, okay, well, this is weird,
but this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. People faint at my show, right?
Like, look at Michael Jackson. Remember Michael Jackson did this?
Yeah, people
Michael Jackson did this right here. You know what I'm saying? 20 minutes. He popped out on stage and that mug said, huh. And
they did this. And when he did this. Come on.
Remember they had to lift old homeboy that was in the wheelchair? You know what I'm saying? He was just I said, Joe.
But I seen the other documentary when he did the first Astro World, they show performances, but they'll show him, he'd be like, all right, stop the music. That person need help. Like help them. Like he does, like I guess so when he does see it, or if he is made aware, then you know what I'm saying?
He does what he can, but it's a weird space that I don't think that we're processing from the perspective of the performer on stage of with 50,000 people. Most humans have never been in front of 50,000 people.
Probably been in a group of it, you know what I'm saying? But in front of hell, you could be in the back and still be like, fuck, that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I watched Bohemian Rhapsody and that final performance, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, God damn, you see how many people this is?
That fucking Lollapalooza shit with DMX.
Yep, that one too. You like, what?
I cannot believe it's this many people right here.
Right, it's a sea. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a sea of people. It's like this, and all you see is it's like this. You can't pick out individuals in that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
And you got ear shit and stuff in your fucking ears.
Right.
You got sweat dripping down your fucking eyebrows and your eyelids. You trying to make sure that you put on a performance. And
you trying to remember your songs? Hell, Kanye remember all the words to his songs yesterday or the other day.
Fuck a song. Fuck all the words.
So it was a crack. It was a crack. He was doing the moon boots. You know
exactly. He's stumbling. But
So how do y'all think that the whole? I just transitioned. Sorry.
Yeah, I just don't like the fact that they're trying to put it all on him. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree.
I'm not trying to take nothing away from the losses or whatever, from the people that been injured, the people that lost their lives, the families and everything. But it's not all on Travis Scott's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's booked out, this venue or whatever, the venue already is expecting, hey, we're going to have a large amount of people. Maybe we need more paramedics. Maybe we need more security. Maybe we need more this. The city knows because it's just like the third or fourth one, something like that. Like the city already knows, so maybe they should start assigning more stuff, stuff to the area. And you can't just put it all on him. I think that's wrong.
Or what needs to happen is, hey, you know what I mean? The event coordinators need to sell less tickets, do more days. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do 2 shows.
Do 2 shows.
You know what I'm saying?
There's things to be adjusted. That's fine.
Yeah.
But again,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But if he's telling people, okay, come close to the stage or rush the stage, and they already set perimeters and barricades, and now these people is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, that's going to cause, some shit.
As a crowd, we got to take care of each other.
You gotta
You know what
take
I'm
care of
saying?
each other.
When
You know what I'm saying?
when you in the crowd, when someone falls, someone trips in the crowd. I've been in the crowd, someone's fell down or whatever. You know what I'm saying, on a performance, and you if you close to them, you pick them up. You all right? Boom.
Yeah, because what exactly? What? How much personal responsibility the people that just trampling over one another?
Right.
Like you care more about getting closer to the stage than the people that you're walking over,
Right.
or the people that you're crushing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to know at a certain point, all of us can't get this close. Hey, back the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I get that you excited, you want to get here, but hey, you got to take personal responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In your participation too. You know what I mean? It's not all on that one person on stage.
Because it's been people that died at concerts that's right there at the front row, and it's just the heave of bodies pushing up against the gates and all that stuff, and they suffocate there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you see the article or headline talking about somebody people was getting stuck with syringes at some kind of concert that just happened or something like that?
That's always like an urban myth though too. Like,
okay,
yeah. So, but I mean, I don't put it past. Like a lot of shit goes on.
I was like, all right, I didn't know what I was like. At first, I want to know what concert was that, and I was like, man, that's crazy. I come out here and nothing else. But
because just like, oh shit, they're giving out free drugs. I mean,
exactly. I'm in there.
Pick me. Look at me.
I'm in there. Let me try it.
Let me get that booster shot, B. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that B2K, that B2K strain, bro. That B2K, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hawkeye, how we feeling about it? Let's get off. Let's leave it at Hawkeye.
Hey, Candy, you watch it with friends. You don't watch it with us. But how you feel about it?
Right, you're in mute, baby.
There you go.
Unmute, Candy.
She chose to mute herself. We can't unmute her.
Yeah. All right. Know what? I watch with friends. I don't watch with y'all.
That's what you said.
Okay.
We not your friends?
You did not say that.
I didn't say that shit. I didn't say you ain't my friends, motherfucker.
Right, but I'm not saying that you said that. I said
I got a whole pink shirt that I be rocking that says I partake.
You said, Miss Carver.
Exactly.
I got a group of friends that I watch Hawkeye with. Blah 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 blah. So I'm like, I know I ain't in that group because I don't watch Hawkeye. So.
Oh really? You don't watch Hawkeye?
I tried to. I'm not into it.
So you got to episode 3, and that was it?
Yeah.
I'm fucking with Hawkeye. I like it.
I'm balls deep in it. I'm here for this shit. It's good.
Okay.
I feel good about it. I'm excited. I knew when I saw the red light in the flashback. When it was
you're not talking about tonight's episode. I haven't seen tonight's episode yet. I'm
not talking about tonight. I can't watch it till tomorrow. So I knew it was like episode 3. And they did the flashback, and she was rolling up on Ronan in the scene where her dad was killed.
Yeah.
Did you see that red light?
No, I didn't recognize it. That's like, was it like an Easter egg a little bit?
Sort of, but I saw it. I know to look for colors, like lights and colors now.
Okay.
So there's a red light as she leaned in, and I was like, Black Widow? I said, these niggas is Black Widows? I was like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Wow.
And so I seen them, and then there was the when she was a little girl, and that thick ass hand touched her, and we think it's Wilson Fisk because won't nobody else's hand that thick, and you heard the laugh, the laugh like it was Wilson Fisk. And so I knew I'm prepared for a Kingpin something.
Right.
I was trying to figure out. I didn't know it was gonna be Yelena coming to fight him so soon. I almost forgot. And I watched Black Widow like a couple weeks ago, maybe a week before, the first episode, when the first episode dropped. That day I watched Black Widow. The day before, something soon around that, and So I had even forgot. I was like, oh shit, Yelena supposed to come kill Clint. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
Um,
definitely gonna be a connection there. So
now just thinking about who hired her, right?
What's would it be homegirl from Seinfeld?
yeah, Mary Louise Dreyfus.
That she did no. So, but that's not her job. Her job is she's like the middleman.
Okay.
So she doesn't hire. She just delves out the
Procures,
job.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she gets the talent together, right?
Right.
So,
well, in the comic, she was with homeboy that ran Shield for a little bit.
Coulson?
No, the other dude.
Not
The one that created that big ass jail. Strike Force or some shit.
Okay. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
But nah, she
like,
in the comics, she was with that dude.
I gotta go do some research now. You know.
Yeah, she was with that dude. So never know.
I think it's going. I think
it was her mama. It was old girl. It was her mama. Her mama is in this shit. Like, listen to how coded she talks. Her mama was like, "I'm gonna trust that the people at this table are gonna be able to handle this."
Right.
Like, ooh,
she's real carroty. But did you peep this though? The security place is Bishop, right? One of the people they looked up, his name was Kazi. That's the Easter egg right there. Boom.
I saw that shit.
I was like, oh shit. Like, I thought that shit. I was like, yo, and I was stone sober. That was great. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I think Black Widow. I like the fact of the dry and sarcastic humor. It's the humor for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking enjoy Clint.
When they were like, we're partners. We're partners. Not
Right.
really. It's something like a business, but it's not a business, right? Like,
okay. Yeah, I for whatever reason I just couldn't get into it, and
yeah. So I'm into it for the comedy part of it, like the LARPing shit. It's just ridiculous.
I love the LARPing. I love that part. I love the way they integrated the LARP shit. That is hilarious.
So
these niggas be serious. All the LARP, the first responders, they're LARPs that are first responders.
Right. They are straight hilarious. But yeah, that's.
You ever been to one of those things?
I like the climate. I like the character of Clint, and the fact that he's old man Clint too. It's like he's turned off his ear, he turned off his head. You know what I'm saying? His ear thing, or with his hearing aid and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like then he has this young Hawkeye that's super dope, and she's fucking spastic. She's like a fucking anxious pixie or whatever they call it. They call that. Hollywood has a name for that special type of character that she's playing. You know what I'm saying? That type of character. It's one of the tropes of Hollywood when they have a spastic pixie or something like that, where she's a cute girl, but she's out of her mind. She's like all over the place. But yeah, man, watch Hawkeye. Don't like Justin doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Justin likes a lot of stuff. Because what was the other shit we was watching? You don't like a lot of stuff. You didn't like Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I didn't say that, but it was just like certain joints I did. But I watched all those. This one I just really can't. It does not hold my attention, and I've tried to watch it.
That's cool, Justin. That's all right, Justin.
Wow, that's interesting.
I mean, how about the Mandalorian is about to come out? That's going to be.
Yeah, I'm here for the man. I'm here for Mando.
Mando.
What's talking about tomorrow? The Spider-Man joint.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see it Saturday because it was sold out in the theaters. So we going to go. I'm going to see at the drive-in.
And please no spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. Please no spoilers on.
I got till Tuesday. Fuck them niggas. I'm gonna give y'all niggas till Tuesday. I don't have time for this dumb ass shit. Fuck everybody. Yo, if it matters to you, you got. That's a week. Yo, if it matters to you, do this shit. Like, do this shit. Ain't nobody got time to wait for you. Give you it's Christmas. Like, nah. Like you got to
You
like
gotta
Tuesday,
tell everything.
Wednesday, next Wednesday, till next
You ain't
Wednesday.
gotta tell everything. You gotta tell everything. Listen, let some people go because it's around Christmas. So some people will go out during Christmas and all that stuff. Give it to the end of the month, especially if it's big shit. If we talk about if it's bringing all.
Nah, yo, if it matter, you gotta be about it. If the shit matters, you gotta be about it. And if you ain't about it, look, the tickets is sold out. No. The tickets is sold out in the theaters, right? Can't go. We still talking about, well, I'm gonna see this motherfucking movie. We need to see this shit. Guess what? Yo.
Nah, South Point still got tickets.
Drive-in. Go to the drive-in.
Right. But what I'm saying, though, Candy,
I'm just saying.
Don't go in that shit and just want to motherfucking spoil the shit for everybody else. Like,
I'm not telling nobody this weekend. I'm waiting through the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know to say.
Also, watch Shang-Chi. I watched the shit out of that. Thank you, Candy. I was like, yo, because you say, I asked, see, you know what? I watched Shang-Chi and I enjoyed it. Then I watched Snake Eyes, right? And I was like, I should have watched Snake Eyes before I watched Shang-Chi because this nigga is not Shang-Chi. Like, Snake Eyes is trash.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Shang-Chi was really good. Yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, and it was disconnected, right? It was refreshingly disconnected,
right?
But it still reminded you that it was part of the MCU, but it was refreshing because we spent so much time and so many years focusing on this group of people and how it intertwines and overlaps. And what do you think about recasting T'Challa?
I was just about to ask that. I'm glad you asked that. I'm here for it. It's the story should continue on.
Right.
We all know. We all know why Chadwick won't be playing, T'Challa again. So
right.
It won't be like a harsh change. It won't be a new Aunt Viv. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Or like how they've rebranded and recasted Spider-Man and Batman. I don't know how many times. It's like it's okay.
Joker, James Bond.
I'm here for it as long as the storyline is great, as long as the acting is good.
Just go ahead and give it to Denzel, little boy. Go and let Denzel Washington Jr. David. Go give David Washington because David Washington.
I don't know.
Listen, he was intended.
I'd rather than find somebody.
I watched Ballers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You don't feel like with his fighting and all intended, he won't play a good T'Challa.
I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to watch. I just don't know.
Who would you get, man?
I don't have a suggestion.
You probably gonna get Terry Crews. You're gonna get Terry Crews gonna fuck up the movie. He's like,
the thing is,
T'Challa.
How does he make a city bounce? So my thing is, I my opinion about it, this whole I think someone we don't know as well, somebody that's talented and maybe not as well known, because generally we've had that's what we've done, right? Think about a lot of like when we've gotten a replacement character to carry on a mantle for someone or another. It hasn't been some already very established, well-known actor. So the idea that's what we should do with this is perplexing to me.
I mean, look, they got homeboy Mahershala. I'm sorry, I can't. I be messing
Mahershala.
Thank you, Mahershala. That he's gonna do Blade. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm here for it. I'm willing to check that out. Speaking of, he got a movie that's coming out. It was supposed to be in theaters, but I think it's going straight to Apple TV. That comes out tomorrow or Friday. I'm looking forward to that. That looks pretty good.
What is?
The dude, he got a movie coming out. It's like he's real sick and he does like this scientific shit where he gets cloned, but he can't tell his family. So he has to like move away to like some farm or some shit and just live in sickness and die. But this clone is living his life. They like shares his memories. You know what I'm saying? The whole night. It's crazy.
Clones have never mind. I'm not gonna even bother with it. Okay, all right. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
So it's not like it's like walking around like a droid. Like don't know. Like this clone like remembers stuff, and so it so
like the 6th Day. Have you seen the 6th Day? Remember that shit? The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the 6th Day. It's on like, yo, go check that out because it's the same thing. They just download the clone and they, and every time they bring a clone back, it comes back with your memories and all that stuff of your past life. They just re-upload it or whatever. That's it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So that and the Island too was kind of like that too. The Island, it had Gregor. You know what I'm saying? They cloned the people, their clothes were on this island, and then they would just chop them up and use them for their shit. So
and then who else was in that? Homegirl, Scarlett Johansson. She was in that. But yeah, because the McGregor dude, I remember him from that, and I didn't watch Star Wars, so I didn't realize he was Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I saw him in this. He does like this on like docu-series of him like riding motorcycles around the world or whatever. And he did the last one I watched. He started at the southern tip of South America and rode all the way up to LA. And it's like
it's like the longest road in the world, right?
No, something like that. Like he's got ones called long way up, long way down, long way around. Like he does these, and with the same best friend, they do these motorcycle ride, long ass motorcycle rides. And it's like it took him like 3 months to do this ride. It's crazy. So it's dope.
Like for real, like to be able to make that type of money where you could just like, yo, I'm a motherfucker.
Take 3 months off and go ahead and do this.
To ride a bike.
Yep.
In a country with a passport, and then I'm okay. Well, yeah, man.
I see the shit that he saw. Cause I watched the series. It's like 8-10 episodes. I was like, dang, that's dope. I was like, I don't necessarily want to do something like that, but I was just like, a couple of those places, like, oh, I gotta go there. Like, oh yeah, I gotta go there. Like, that looks nice. I gotta see the shit for myself. So, but then that's and as I was watching that, I'm thinking like, they ain't pulling out their phone, like they just taking the shit all in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta put that shit in the memory bank of the views you saw and the experiences you had.
Right. And that's the way to do it, man. Like
now, he had a camera crew with him because he's filming stories, but he
can go back and watch it later.
Pulling his phone out and doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. He can always watch it later. But I guess then at that point in time, you kind of forced to like, yo, let's get your real reaction to this. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Enjoy the time that you have. You know what I'm saying? Don't spoil Spider-Man candy. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie about getting beat up like Juicy Smollett.
I wanted to talk about that too.
Man, motherfucker, Juicy Smollett.
Yo,
man. He put light-skinned niggas back a couple years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just got to trust us.
Yeah.
Oh man, juicy, man.
Yo, that was bad.
This was bad luck.
That was bad. Kenny, why you quiet? You don't want to talk about it?
I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to figure out where y'all going, so I can't jump. Keep going.
We can talk about juicy. We're about a half an hour over. You know what I'm saying on the thing, but we gotta talk about Juicy Smollett. You know what I'm saying? Like justice for Juicy. So he got what? He got charged guilty for
falsifying a hate crime, basically. He lied.
What? Did he say just why he did it?
I haven't. I just saw like low headlines here and there. I just was like, yo, that's crazy. So, I think that's gonna. I don't want to put things back because in reality, I guess in my perspective, the attention of the movement has died down quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be found guilty of lying, and I think he denied saying that he said, the person was like, oh, this MAGA country or whatever to, you know what I'm saying? So, which was like the main part, not only just the news, but, all that. So, when you're going to have people, if an incident comes up again and the BLM movement is revitalized attention wise, you know what I'm saying? That could be that sour note for people to not look at it and take it serious.
Yeah. Like you crying wolf. And what it is this right here, even though it's one of those situations, even though they know that what they're saying is absolutely correct, if they don't want to take it in, that's what they're going to use.
That's going to give them some ammo or a reason not to take it serious.
Not to take it serious. Yeah. Willfully not to take it serious. Like this shit don't have nothing. But Jesse did this. You're like, no, motherfucker, that shit doesn't. That has nothing to do with this. They're not mutually exclusive on this part.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. But yeah, so
So is he going to be serving jail time, or like I said, I really haven't looked up.
I haven't. I just saw he was guilty on the counts and everything like that. So I think Juicy ass should fucking do some jail time. Like at the end of the day, shit. You know what I mean? You got Larry Hoover locked up for some shit he did in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get Juicy, a nigga that should know better, motherfucker. Like you should know better.
I mean, yeah, because if they would have actually locked up a person that was suspected or blamed to do it, you know what I'm saying? Then,
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He should have waited. He should have waited till January 6th when they ran up in the Capitol and just laid down like they knocked me out and said this Trump's America.
Right. Yeah,
but they took the Subway sandwich, like what the fuck? Poured bleach on me. God, man!
I saw that and I was like, "Ooh, that's not good."
But my thing is this right here, though. Just when you play it back in your mind, all the shit that we was like, "Nah, fuck that," they did my man Juicy wrong, right? And then we look back at it, how ludicrous that shit sounds now. And that's when we gas. Like that's what I tried right not to get gaslit now. You know what I'm saying? To really understand, because at the end of the day, it's like why were we so upset about that? Why? Right. Like because if we would have if this shit didn't happen in this climate that we were in, and that shit happened like in say 2017 or 2015 or some shit like that, and he did that shit like, man, that sound like some trash. This nigga, ain't nobody doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That sound ludicrous. But now,
anytime a large group of people, especially if it's by way of the internet, are in uproar about a thing, I take a moment to be like, I need more information.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter how it sounds. If it sounds right or wrong or plausible, I don't care. Anytime it's a large group of people in an uproar about a thing, I'm not trying to be a contrarian, but I need more information. So I just wait a day, and usually within 24 hours, whatever the real information is,
gets out.
Yes, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like when I remember when that shit happened, I was like, let's wait and see. I've always been a let's wait and see. It just don't. I don't know. Things just don't sit right with me to jump because somebody else is jumping. But I know herd mentality is a normal human behavior. It's not American. It's not Black Twitter. Like it's herd mentality is a human behavior. So people tend to jump on a thing because everybody's jumping on a thing.
Right.
I need information.
Yeah, you don't take the time to look at perspective or, you know what I'm saying, to gain understanding. Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't even bother to ask legit questions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
They just see this and then they're just outraged. Like, all right, you know, it could look bad. It is, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, let's get the whole
be mad. Like, okay, that's fine. Be mad as good as you're going to be. Be mad as hell.
Well, Candy's too legit to quit right now, so we're
I heard it. I just heard it happening, and I was like, can I do it? Because remember how hard certain things were to do, like when Chris Cross was like miggity mac, and we did not have the muscle memory to miggity mac. And so we were going like miggity, and then by like a month in, we all could be like miggity, Mac, right? We have muscle memory. That too legit to quit shit was fast as fuck. He was like, too legit to quit. And you're like,
too legit to quit. Hey, too legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show's hard as fuck, yo. And they talked about Jazzy Jeff talked about how crazy it was growing up in Philly, and the people treated them like Poindexter ass niggas, but had no clue like the circumstances and places that they had been and grown up in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right,
it's really interesting.
It was their content and how they were bringing it out because they was clean, didn't cuss, talking about my mom, you know, being on punishment. Some, you know what I'm saying? It was just like y'all ain't really straight, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't from Philly.
Right.
You know, Delaware ass niggas or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Meanwhile, the FBI is telling Will Smith, hey, them motherfuckers, them drug dealer niggas you be around, is fitting to get locked up. You need to go to California.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, because we thinking he's super straight laced, but that's who could be around us.
Right.
That's who had the money to go to Miami and to Florida and Texas and travel around with him and shit. That's who had the money. I get it.
Right.
Life is interesting, y'all. Life is just school. Keep learning and being better.
Right.
Be around good people, or you'll be shitty too.
Please don't be shitty. And you know what? I'm gonna leave that right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave that with Die Hard as a Christmas movie. Don't be shitty to people. And be like
I agree.
And be like Gargamel. Always chase the blue faces. This is Intelligently Ratchet. I just gave you a bar.